Hello there, good morning. This is Anna. So this recording, we're going to talk about short and long and returning to the mean in Vwap because a very important thing as far as what I'm looking at on, shorting and then trying to re-entry for long or short. So for this one is returning to the mean coming from the MPD bands. I want everyone to understand that this is a probability. That means it might go or not. Okay, so my light, uh, the lower band light here, and then that this upper band right here, that's the MPD band, what they call it. And then this is a 32 HMA. This is my Vwap. Okay, I need to change my Vwap to different color. Probably purple would be better so it stand out. Okay, there you go. So I think that that's much better. So when I say when you see a Vwap, and this is in 5 minutes, it's in RTY, right? So it's going to be short once it passes the B, especially when it goes below the 32 HMA when they cross. Now, you can even see this in 2 minutes. Let's talk about that because, if you want to do a micro entry of these, oh, sorry. Okay, so the micro entry of here on a 2 minutes, it did cross over. This is the 32 HMA. It turns red when, when the prices or the candles go below it. So remember that. And then, what you could see here, this is also true in a NinjaTrader platform, which is I'm not showing it right now. In the second standard deviation, you will see we hover on the bottom. This is RTY. But if you see this like coming like closer to here below, you need to count. So this one, sometimes I go along the RTY here on the S2 because sometimes they return to the mean close to Vwap here or close to the the S1 or the pivot. And that's what I'm looking at. So right there, if that didn't happen, I will get a stop out and I'll wait for the S4 to enter instead of the S2. Now I would wait until we go above the 32 HMA, closer to here. So this one significant that, it's still hovering there. So this kind of like lip up a little bit. And then this is S3. Sometimes, it's kind of iffy to go. Um, but they should be done selling around 11. So here, this is what I'm looking at as far as the 32 HMA going there. And then you wanted to target the closest to the pivot here. And this is probably going to the Vwap 1977 by and a day. So that's something that I look for, or maybe we can hover back halfway and then go back again. So that's that. Let's go look at NQ. So NQ is really far from the pivot. Okay, so if I did measure this from low to high, um, it's looking at 818 to 791 target. So let me take out this thing because I don't want you to get confused. We already, well, we're going below the Vwap again. The purple line is the Vwap. Remember that. So here's that. So we hovering here. I said it was long because we are above the Vwap. We did touch it. Anyway, got long. Okay, it wasn't a lot of money there because it at 888 something, and you're trying to get closer to here, so that's like about 20 to, and not even 30 points. I got out um on the second doji, like right around here. Now, I'm still like gonna be long because it's still above the BWAP. I'm not gonna try to change anything about that. Now, when we did cross, I mean, you could short here, but I wasn't. I mean, it's an R2. Okay, if you look at these, this is on R2. It's shortable. That's where I short normally. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wait for the BF to break because I am kind of like I want to go long today on like right here. Okay, this 800 something, 817, 800 level. This is where you want to go long, or you can even wait here at 825 to go above the 32 HMA. This is the MPD bands lower that I'm talking about. Okay, so if we didn't go there, then we could probably return to the mean from here to here, and that's what exactly what happened in NQ. And that is like 40 to 50 points from here to here. Now I don't mind that short breaking, the VWAP, but I'm looking like, okay, where am I gonna be like going to make going to here? There's not enough money there. I mean, there is like 20 points there, okay, and possibly here, but I'm still like I'm not really sure because I was planning to go long and that's when I look for these things, and that's what I said. And also I said that at the open we didn't really it didn't really happen till later, but I was looking for short and then go long afterwards. So we could possibly go lower here up to 11:30 or so, and then pick up after 11:30 we go higher. So that's what I'm looking at as far as returning to the mean on the lower MPD bands. Those are important to me because that's what I use all the time. And I use the R2 to short. I'm not gonna lie, I use the R2 to short. Whenever they pass the VWAP, I am shorting. The name of the game is in between. If you are in between here, you wanted to go long or short above it, long above it, short below it. That's just is. It's I that's even programmed in my bot. So I'm not gonna change anything of that. I'm not gonna if you are advanced trader that you can see there's consolidation here, definitely that's a good short, and you're an R2. That is a good short. And you need to like try to trigger here, at R1, so something like that. Anyway, let's go look at ES. Because I don't want anybody to get confused as far as me calling long or short. Um, I'm just trying to tell you what's my strategy like as far as what I use all the time. Okay, here. So I was long here. I was long here, 42. I thought we'll go, higher because it's the above the VWAP once it break. It did go above it. And then after that, that's where I got stop out here. So the question is, do I get short? Okay, so no, I didn't get short until I didn't really go short. How about that? Because I'm waiting to go long, maybe later whenever we pass 32 HMA. I did go long here, okay, like right here, 27, 28 area, right there, because that's what I'm hoping for to return from this line. So if we did break this line and we return there, there's possibly I could go long around there to 28, 34. That would be the target to go to the nearest pivot points. Okay, so that's how I do my trade. I do go long and short when it's especially on a crossover on the 32 HMA, but I wasn't planning to really short today. I was planning to go long like later on after they short all of these at the open, but it didn't happen at the open. It happened later. So nothing changed there. I mean, I could have short. There's no problem with that. I mean, I was short in RTY. That was a good run as far as the RTY goes. So anyway, this is consolidation to me. This could go back to the VWAP and go where it's at. Um, I think any day will go higher. So don't think of yourself that this is gonna be. It's Tuesday. That's fine, but I don't think we're gonna go. I mean, we might get lower a little bit, but we might go back to where it's at halfway, and that's probably like a 34, up to even 40. So right now we are on consolidation until that breaks, then you can't really tell for sure if we're gonna go down because it's 10:53 and nothing is happening. Nobody is giving it. Even the bulls and the bears are not pulling it down. The bulls are not taking it up. So um, it's hard to short there. Like right now, if you want to short, then you could short right here around this area at 34 level or even at 33 level, and that's not even a lot because it's very tight range as far as the ES goes. There's no money there. Okay. So anyways, uh you know the drill, and as far as shorting or long on what is it when it goes below the VWAP, it's short. It's programmed on the bot. So you remind yourself that if it goes under the VWAP, it's short. Okay. And then your target is right here, the lower MPD bands or the next pivot. Okay, that's all I'm going to talk about. Let's see what else. Let's go to look at YM. It's almost like the same thing anyway, as far as YM goes. So here, I was long here, and then I got stop out there because I'm trying to manage like 4 different position. Anyway, I shorted YM along with the RTY. Okay, so I exited right at the 319 area because that's where the MPD band was at. So that's where I shorted that from here. I didn't short it at right away here. I shorted that right around this candle right here. Okay, so anyway, so that's the only thing that I could show you as far as having to know the resistance on having these crossover and then knowing the VWAP, breaking the VWAP, things like that. Those are remain the same as far as the situation on shorting. Okay, returning to the mean, my return to the mean is when we go low here as far as the lower MPD bands, when we go above the 32 HMA. Let me take this off. Okay, so I would go long here, okay, 33.19 where I got out. Okay, I would probably target this high at 376, even the closer to like the VWAP area. So that's what I'm looking for. All right, now if I get stop out, then I would not go long until everything kind of settled down from here and it go back to where it's supposed to be at. So that's what I look for as far as returning to the mean on the trade.